Hello Year 2, welcome to this week's videos for design and technology. We're going to be learning about food this week, and from tomorrow there are some activities that will require some ingredients. But if you can't get any ingredients, you'll be able to complete some of the activities, activity 1, every day. But make sure your parents and carers have seen the work as well, because in there is a list of things that you will need. Here's our first day's lesson. We're going to start with a song from the picture. I'm wondering if you know what it is. Let's have a look at it now.
If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to eat and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees where nobody sees, they'll hide and seek as long as they please, 'cause that's the way the teddy bears have their picnic. Picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them, catch them unawares, and see them picnic on their holiday. See them gaily gad about. They love to play and shout, they never have any cares. At 6 o'clock their mommies and daddies will take them home to bed, because they're tired little teddy bears. If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
Well, we've received a letter from Mr. Bear. Let's take a look. It says, "Dear Class 2, I'm writing to invite you all to join me for a special teddy bear picnic. I am looking forward to sharing lots of lovely picnic food with you all. What food do you think I should have at my picnic?" From Mr. Bear. And that's what we're going to be thinking about today. What might you find in a picnic basket? Take a moment to do a rally robin with the person helping you. What sort of things might you find in a picnic basket? Off you go. And I thought of some as well. We had sandwiches perhaps, crisps, juice, fruit, maybe some crackers in there as well. Maybe you've had a picnic already out in your garden. But we need to think about, where does all our food come from before we buy it from the shop? Because it doesn't just magically appear there. And the food that we eat, it's either been farmed, caught, or grown before it ends up in our picnic basket. And I've got some examples here. Which picture do you think is showing us food that's been caught, food that's been farmed, and food that's been grown? Now this one here is coming straight from the ground, so this food has been grown. This food here, with a big net full of fish, and that fish has been caught. And then the cows here represent beef, or perhaps milk, and those will have been farmed. So we've got grown, caught, and farmed. And when we say food has been farmed, what we mean is that it's been bred or raised on a farm, and it is then sold on to companies who use it to make different types of food for us to buy. So if these hens or chickens were farmed, then that meat might then be sold to make things like chicken nuggets. Or they lay eggs, and the eggs have been farmed as well. If food has been caught, then we're talking about fish and other seafood that has been living in the sea or lakes or rivers. These fish here may get turned into things like fish fingers. And when we say that food has been grown, we're talking about food which has been grown in the ground or on plants. This might be in someone's garden, their allotment, or even just a plant pot. Let's have a look at these foods and see if we can sort them now. We've got lobster, cheese, apple, fish, bacon, and bananas. Which of these do you think have been farmed, which have been caught, and which have been grown? Take a moment to pause the video and talk about that now. Let's have a look. So, the lobster has been caught. It's been caught in the sea. The cheese, well, the cheese being farmed. It comes from milk from cows, and that's where the cows live, on a farm. The apple here has been grown. The fish, what do you think for fish? What did you get? It's been caught. The bacon, well, where does bacon come from? It comes from pigs. And where are pigs kept? On a farm. So bacon has been farmed, and the bananas have been grown. We learnt about bananas earlier in year 2. So your first activity in your packs, we're going to be sorting some food just like I've done in the video. Let's have a look at these examples first, because sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Quite often our food contains more than one ingredient. So the foods below, these ones here, our ham sandwich, our prawn salad, and our cupcakes, they fit into more than one of the groups. If we look at the ham sandwich, we know that the ham was farmed, the tomato was grown, and then the cheese was farmed as well. If we look at this prawn salad, we've got onion. That onion was grown on a farm. The prawn was caught, and the lettuce was grown. So again, a mix of different ways to produce food. In the cupcake, well, we've got the flour that's made from wheat, which was grown. The milk in there will come from cows, which were farmed, and the raspberry on top of the cupcake, that was grown. This is your first activity. Find this page in your pack, and at the back of the pack you will find these different pictures. I'd like you to decide if those foods were caught, farmed, or grown, and the best way to do this is to cut the pictures and stick them in the right place. When you're ready for activity 2, press play again, but for now pause and have a go at this. Let's have a look at activity 2 now. I've drawn a picnic basket there, and what I would like for you to do is to think of some foods for Mr. Bear to take on his picnic. One thing that might be good are bananas, so I've got a picture of bananas in there. When you've done your basket, I'd like to write the things that you've put in there and make a bit of a shopping list. That's activity 2 for today, thinking about different foods we could take on a picnic, and I will see you for tomorrow's lesson in the next video. Good luck.